Okay, this is Tyrone, and Tyrone has multiple issues. But one of the things we're working on right now is he just shows absolutely no respect for his guardian's personal space. He jumps up on her, he nudges for attention, he climbs out across her lap. All these are things that are significant of a dog that does not respect a human as an authority figure. He sees you as a peer or a plaything, so he just plays with you. So one of the rules that I suggested is when the human is eating, to make this little L, we have kind of an L-shaped couch here. This little L section in here where the dog is walking is a no dog zone when she is eating, or if he tries to force his way through, if he shoves his way through, that's not allowed either. Now, he was jumping up on her before, and we just went through the 4 escalating consequences. Actually, we went through 3. I haven't gone through the 4th one yet. But we're applying a real-world application. So what I want to do is we're going to teach him temporarily that he cannot be in this L-shaped area between the couch and the ottoman. So the first consequence is we hiss 1 time per incident. We match the intensity of our hiss with the dog. Second thing we do is we stand up. And when we stand up, we do it abruptly, and we turn to face the dog. Keep our hips pointed at the dog. Until it's stationary. As soon as it's stationary, we take a step back. Left foot, or right foot, left foot. Just 2 steps only. Don't shuffle your feet. The third consequence is we march at the dog until it turns sideways. Let's do passive training. Let's pet him and say sit.
Sit.
So we're going to march directly at the dog until it turns sideways, unless it's in a designated no dog zone. So if he's turned sideways right there and he's still in an area he's not supposed to be, we would ignore it, keep on walking into him. As soon as he crosses the line, that's when we stop. So that's how we communicate. That's where the line is. All right. So now we've been practicing this a little bit. So I'll direct you as you're doing this. But again, don't wait for him to cross the line. When you see him starting to cross the line, give him a hiss. And if he continues, then take that sudden step towards him. So we're just going to ask him, we just want to go, the line is going to be from the edge of this ottoman to the couch. So there's just a line that's going this way. So that's where you're going to force it. Go ahead and stand up. Now turn and face him. And again, you have your hands in front of you kind of demure. So that's okay, but for dogs, big, bold movements are better for dogs, and we almost have to be theatrical because they don't communicate verbally, they communicate through body language. Okay. All right, so now he's at the line right now, so take a step towards him. That'll move him back a little bit. There you go. Now turn and pivot your hips. There you go. Make sure your hips are facing him the whole time. Now turn to face your TV. And now go ahead and start to SIT. And if he gets up, I want you to bounce up immediately before he crosses the line and start marching toward him.
But his first.
His first, but don't cross the line. The line is where you stop.
Okay.
Go ahead. That was like a level 1 hiss. And he needed like maybe a level 3.
Is there a different word I could use instead of hiss? Because I feel weird hissing.
No, because that's what cats, skunks, snakes, and all those.
How do you do it loud? Okay.
All right, so that's all right. So go ahead and but while you're doing this, you got to make sure you're getting in a habit of keeping your hips. There you go. Now your hips are facing it. Okay. Now take a small step backwards. Turn and face your TV. Now go ahead and grab a seat. Now every time we were doing this before, he would run right in this area and jump up on you. We would practice. No. Stop. Perfect. Now in that case, I think just your standing up would have been enough, but your standing up was pretty nonchalant. Again, jack in the box up, explode into a standing position. Okay. All right, take a step backwards. Turn to face the TV. Grab a seat, and enforce the line if he gets up. Now you're leaning forward, which is fine for down. That's what you want to do. Oh. Stop. So that one, again, all you probably had to do was just hiss or stand up. So we'll work on your hiss, but next time you're driving, maybe do a practice of level 1 hiss, then do a level 10 hiss, then do a level 2, then a level 9, and go back and forth so you get nuance in it. Take a step backwards. Turn to face TV. Grab a seat. And this time if he comes forward, I want you to give him a level 5 hiss. Okay. Now you see, we had to go back and forth. It felt like dancing. Step forward, step back, step forward, step. But he's now gotten the picture, and he's respecting the space where before he just kept on coming in over and over and over again. But this video is 4.5 minutes. We probably practiced for another 4 minutes. So this is 10 minutes. And you've communicated to him, this is what I want. I asked you earlier, what can you do to make you happy? And you didn't know. I don't think you were communicating with him in a way that he understood. There we go. So this is how we can use the escalating consequences to claim our personal space. And again, there's nothing wrong with him being in your lap or being in your business if you invite him in. Yep.
I can't do
That's
this.
a
I don't know.
you'll get better at it. Now, but again, where is your authority going?
Oh, that's right.
There you go.
Always, faith, always.
And if you want to communicate.
Okay.
All right, turn to face the TV again. Grab a seat. Except for you should have started with the hiss. So turn to face the TV again. That's all right. This was exactly why we practiced. Grab a seat. But when you watch this, that was too low, but it almost worked just by itself. So turn to face the TV. Now you turned away and sat down simultaneously. So that's why I turn to face the TV and I pause a quarter of a second and then I sit down. So let's enforce it. He's past the line. Now that was, again, a little bit nonchalant. So when you take a step forward, make it a very sudden, deliberate step forward. Take a step back. Turn to face the TV. I love how he's looking up at you. Grab a seat. Took a little bit of practice, but we're establishing boundaries, which are important. All right, so this is how we can use the escalating consequences to create a little bit of space and teach the dog to respect our personal space.